Hi, this is Daniel Hutchins, and today we're going to be talking about Rotten Tomatoes review on the movie The New Mutants. So here we go. So The New Mutants is a PG-13 movie from 2020. It has a 35% on Tomato Meter and a 56% audience score. Okay, so we're gonna be reading a couple of information. Okay, so this is about 5 teenage mutants which undergo treatments at a secret institution that will cure them of their dangerous powers. Invited by Dr. Cecilia Reyes to share their stories, the memories soon turn into terrifying realities as they start to question why they're being held and who's trying to destroy them. Okay, so we are going to read a couple of these reviews. Okay, so there's one person that said, you know what? It's nowhere near the disaster you'd probably imagine. And this was from a person from the UK. Another person said, even a mangled bit of Whedonese about a toad struck by lightning could benefit a superhero story this starved for character. Now this was from another reviewer. Another reviewer said, the concept behind the New Mutants is a solid, intriguing one that could have reinvigorated the familiar origin superhero story. Instead, Boone opts for genericism, ending the X-Men franchise with an angsty teen whimper. This was from a reviewer named Megan Navarro. Now, another reviewer named Carice Lowy has this to say. The New Mutants tramples over its own comic book credentials in order to chase after a concept already more convincingly dealt with the chilling adventures of Sabrina or Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Okay. Another reviewer, Richard Whittaker, said, an idiotic, nonsensical, and weirdly cheap attempt to take the stories in a new direction. Another person named Charlotte OSullivan said, Fox's last X-Men movie is an unholy mess. Out of the wreckage, a cult classic has been born. Another person, Daniel Barnes, said, bland and pointless beyond belief, The New Mutants is 2/3 backstory monologues and 1/3 CGI and CGI fisticuffs. It wants to be so many things and ends up being absolutely nothing. Another reviewer named Jesse Hesinger said, despite or perhaps because of the movie's modest budget and aims, The New Mutants is entertaining and sometimes even affecting. Now I'm going to read a couple more. So, Richard Krause said, eventually the New Mutants biodegrades into a computer-generated slug as the movie approaches the end of its 90-minute running time. Another person named E.J. Marino said, no movie in the modern era has screams send me streaming more than this. The low-stakes action here can't match up to the work of its cinematic peers. And I'm going to be reading two more, and then I'm going to close this video. So another reviewer named jdillum said, points for trying something new, but it's now nice to know the future of the franchise is now safely back in hands of Marvel. I'm going to also say there's one last reviewer that I want to talk about. His name is Martin Kerr. He said, it may be no Logan, but there are at least hints of the same cloth in its construction. For many in this might not be the swan song everyone wanted before Marvel stepped in, but neither does it feel like the cinematic equivalent of a death rattle either. So guys, that's just a couple of different reviewers and what they said on Rotten Tomatoes for the movie that we just reviewed, which is The New Mutants of 2020. You can go to RottenTomatoes.com and you could read those things I just said right off for The New Mutants of 2020. And if you guys like this content, please hit a thumbs up. And if you didn't like, that's okay. And you guys have a wonderful night. Bye.